Greetings. Today, the moon, the mood of the day, continues in expressive Leo, where we need to move, to share, to do whatever it is we do to express ourselves. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro vibe for Saturday, June 28th. And with the moon continuing in Leo, we continue this energy of moving things outward. So whatever has been brewing and stewing below the surface, we want to get it moving up and out and through to where it can be seen and shared and recognized and appreciated by others. So whether that means doing art, which is actually very appropriate for this Leo moon, because in part because the Leo moon is going to square Venus and Uranus, bringing some possibilities for breakthrough around art. So whether that is art or needing to speak up or say something or share something or do something that makes an impact that allows yourself and your light and your truth to be seen. This is the emphasis of this Leo moon. And then early Sunday morning, the moon goes into Virgo. So we shift gears on Sunday into more of a practical vibe, more of a maybe getting things done vibe with that Virgo energy. So rolling up your sleeves. So Saturday is the day to play and have fun and do the things that help you move the energy from the inside out. And so just expressing yourself, but then on Sunday, getting hands on, right? Rolling up your sleeves to get a little more into the weeds and perfect something or improve upon it. So, looking today at this square later in the day, so it looks like around 4 to 5 p.m. Pacific time, the moon is in an exact square to Venus. Venus is 6 degrees away from the planet Uranus. So, outer planet Uranus, right, is in Taurus, getting ready to go into Gemini. That outer planet Uranus at 29 degrees Taurus. So, I have a whole video with astrologer Jenny Webb on the shift of Uranus from Taurus into Gemini. So, good reminder that that is out there to help you prepare for that Uranus in Gemini energy. That is, Uranus will be going into Gemini on July 7th. But for today, thinking about this square, the moon activating the square between the square to Venus, and also bringing in that Uranus energy. So, in other words, Venus, which is in Taurus, focusing on beauty and the senses and what helps us recognize beauty and appreciate beauty, things that make us feel good, things that make us bring us pleasure. And so the Leo expressive energy activating that sensual Venus energy is just really a great time to explore, to experiment with things that are tactile, things that activate pleasure and beauty and the experience of just having that experience of beauty and pleasure in our lives. So whether that is doing art and exploring and experimenting with the material, whatever your, medium is artistically, if you sing or do music or plant flowers in your garden or or just appreciate a well-organized garage, right? Whatever art is for you, um painting, drawing, writing, right? Whatever art means to you, dancing, this is the time to really kind of play with it and explore and experiment, because we, in part, we have that Venus energy activated and exploring beauty and sensual experiences and what brings us beauty and pleasure. but also that Uranus energy that activates shift and breakthrough. So possibility here for breaking through to a next level in terms of art, in terms of self-expression, in terms of how you see yourself and your expression in the world, and what might be brewing below the surface that's kind of ready for that lightning bolt of inspiration, or that shift, that awakening, that epiphany, right? So you're not going to get the epiphany unless you go ahead and explore and experiment and play and express yourself and splash the paint on the canvas, right? You can't figure out what it is you're making until you start making it sometimes. And through that process, that the artistic process and the creative process, there is movement that happens. So thinking about today's Leo moon and what you want to explore and experiment with in terms of art, in terms of self-expression, in terms of what you find beautiful, what brings you pleasure. Maybe it's just something as simple as spending some time listening to the birds outside, being in nature, experiencing the sensual pleasures of the world around you, and having fun with maybe whatever it is you stumble onto accidentally, right? Outdoors, or going for a hike in the woods or by the river or the ocean. And so the point is, you won't have those experiences unless you go, unless you do it, unless you take that step outward to go explore and experiment and see what is there. It could be cooking too, right? But get a little bit experimental. So don't make the thing that you always make, right? Throw some new spices in there, try a new recipe, get some new ingredients, do something different, because there is that epiphany or that shift or that breakthrough that is really kind of the tone for today. So enjoy, and the moon will not square Uranus exactly until early Sunday morning, but it will square Venus, so activating that energy and still bringing that tone to our Astro vibe for Saturday. Thanks for being here. I'm Marina Orms. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. You can book a reading there and work with me, find ways to work with me and what you need for your own, looking at your own natal chart, right? Whether you're an absolute beginner or whether you know a lot of astrology and just want to understand more deeply how it applies in your life. Either way, just tons of insights to be had when we sit down together. So book some time with me. Also, check out my member site and my offerings there. And thank you for being here. All the links are in the description for this video. Thanks for subscribing, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.